Good morning, friends. Today we are going to discuss about the hybridizations exhibited by oxygen in various organic compounds. In the previous video, I have discussed about the hybridizations exhibited by nitrogen. Okay, nitrogen exhibits all three types of hybridizations. Okay, and we have discussed certain examples and special case also we have discussed. Those who haven't watched the video, please kindly watch the video. A lot much information you can find in that previous video. Okay, so today we are going to discuss about what? The hybridizations exhibited by oxygen. Okay, now hybridizations exhibited by oxygen. Hybridization by oxygen in various compounds. Okay, now hybridizations by oxygen in various organic compounds. So this is our topic for today. Right? So here I just wanted to tell you oxygen can exhibit only two types of hybridizations. They are sp2 and sp3. Okay, so let us discuss one by one. Right? So first let us discuss sp3 hybridization exhibited by oxygen. sp3 hybridization exhibited by oxygen in various compounds. Okay, you all know that oxygen, atomic number is 8 and its configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p4. Okay, and last orbits only will involve in hybridization. So 2s with 2 electrons. Okay, and 2p with 4 electrons. Okay, while filling the orbitals of p, we have to fill electrons singly first and then pairing occurs. This is one of the rules which is called as Hund's rule. Okay, electron pairing occurs only after all the available degenerate orbitals are filled with 1 electron each. Okay, so based on that 1 electron has been filled first and then it gets paired up. Okay, so this is 2p orbital of oxygen. Now here if it is undergoing sp3 hybridization, this s orbital and the 3p orbitals px, py and pz orbitals of oxygen, all three will combine. Okay, now all three will combine and forms hybrid orbitals, 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals of equivalent energies and shapes. Okay, so you will get a structure like this. Okay, now okay, so here you are finding two paired up electrons are already present in the sp3 hybridized orbitals. Already two paired up electrons are already present and 1 electron are unpaired electrons are there. Okay, so these unpaired electrons will only involve in hybridization, and this already paired up electrons we will consider them as what? Lone pair of electrons. So there is a chance for oxygen to form 2 sigma bonds. With these two unpaired electrons, oxygen can form 2 sigma bonds and it is left with 2 lone pair of electrons. So 2 sigma bonds and 2 lone pairs, if it is considered, then you will call that hybridization as what? sp3 hybridization. Okay, now so it forms what? 2 sigma bonds plus 2 lone pairs of electrons are there. So total it is 4, and if it is 4, the hybridization involved is what? sp3 hybridization. This point every one of us know. Okay, so this is how sp3 hybridization is exhibited by oxygen. Let us see the examples for this. Okay, so mostly alcohols and ethers. Okay, now oxygen present in alcohols and ethers, oxygen will exhibit sp3 hybridization of this type. Okay, now examples for sp3 hybridization where oxygen exhibits sp3 hybridization is what? Alcohols and ethers. Alcohols and ethers. So you all know that alcohols are the family of compounds which are having OH as their functional group. Alkyl group connected with OH, all those comes under the category of alcohols. Okay, and in the same way alkyl group and in the middle oxygen, if it is there, connected with another alkyl group, you call them as ethers. Okay, in both the cases, oxygen will have 2 sigma bonds it will form with the neighboring carbon atom, and it is left with 2 lone pairs of electrons, and both the lone pairs of electrons will involve in sp3 hybridization. Okay, let us see the example for alcohols. First example, we will take methyl alcohol or methanol. Methyl alcohol. Okay, the formula is what? CH3OH. Okay, so how do you draw the structure? CH3. Okay, now CH3OH. Okay, now oxygen is having 2 lone pairs of electrons. Oxygen is having 2 lone pairs of electrons. So this carbon is having 4 sigma bonds. So it is sp3 hybridized carbon. Okay, now this carbon is what? sp3 hybridized carbon. In the same way, hydrogen is forming 2 sigma bonds. One with carbon and another with hydrogen. It is forming 2 sigma bonds and 2 lone pairs are there. Okay, now 2 lone pairs you can see. So oxygen is also undergoing sp3 hybridization. Okay, so methyl alcohol family. In alcohols, wherever you are finding oxygen in alcohols always it undergoes sp3 hybridization. Please remember that point. Same like that if you go for second example, that is ethers. Okay, now ethers. So let us take methoxymethane. Okay, CH3O CH3. You call that as what? Dimethyl ether. Okay, now dimethyl ether. Dimethyl ether. Now in this, if you draw the structure, each carbon is again as usual as how we have seen in case of alcohols. It is each carbon is undergoing sp3 hybridization, and oxygen is forming 2 sigma bonds as well as it is having 2 lone pairs of electrons. So oxygen is also undergoing sp3 hybridization only. This carbon's hybridization is what? 4 sigma bonds are there around each carbon. Here also 4 sigma bonds are there. So each carbon is exhibiting sp3, and oxygen having 2 sigma bonds and 2 lone pairs. So total is 4. 4 means its hybridization is considered to be sp3. So in case of alcohols and ethers, please remember, in case of alcohols and ethers, oxygen exhibits sp3 hybridization. Okay, so this is the first case. Okay, so in both the cases you are finding 2 sigma bonds and 2 lone pairs are there. If 2 lone pairs of electrons are present in case of sp3 hybridization, then like how you will find in water molecule, oxygen is exhibiting 2 lone pairs and 2 sigma bonds, isn't it? Then its shape will be angular shape. Okay, now the shape of the molecule, okay, where sp3 hybridization with central atom having 2 sigma bonds and 2 lone pairs, the shape of the molecule is what? Angular shape. The shape of molecule, okay, you call it as what? Angular shape. Angular or bent, or you can also call it as V shape, as how it is being observed in case of normal water molecule. Okay, so this is case 1 where oxygen is exhibiting what? sp3 hybridization. Now same sp3 hybridization can be exhibited by oxygen in case 2. That is best example for that is H3O plus ion. Okay, what is this? Hydronium ion. Okay, now in hydronium ion, oxygen undergoes sp3 hybridization but in a different way. Okay, so what way it is? Let us see. Okay, so let us learn about hydronium ion. Hydronium ion is formed by H plus, by the combination of H plus ion and water molecule. Okay, now H3O plus ion, hydronium ion is formed by the combination of what? H plus ion and water molecule. Okay, this H plus ion, as in the name itself it is there, it is vacant. It is having vacant orbital. Actually hydrogen is having 1 electron, and H plus ion, how is it formed? By losing that 1 electron. Okay, so it is having what? Vacant orbital is there. vacant orbital is there. So it is in want of 2 electrons to get stability as that of the nearest inert gas, that is helium. Okay, so here oxygen is having octet and 2 lone pairs are already there with it. Okay, oxygen is having octet will be there in the middle of oxygen, and it is having 2 lone pairs of electrons are there. So what happens is there forms a kind of bond which is called as what? Coordinate covalent bond, or dative bond will form. Dative bond will form in between water molecule and H plus ion. Okay, so how that dative bond will form? Here water molecule, oxygen acts as donor and H plus ion acts as acceptor. Okay now, so here water molecule acts as what? Donor, because it has extra pair of electrons are there to donate. That's why oxygen acts as what? Donor, and H plus ion acts as acceptor. Okay, so donor acceptor bond means what? Dative bond. So it forms what? Dative bond. So H3O plus ion is formed, okay, in which one of the lone pair of electrons is contributed by oxygen to H plus ion. Okay, so that contributed structure is also treated as what? Sigma bond only. Okay, so this is one sigma bond and sigma bond. So you are finding 3 sigma bonds and 1 lone pair of electrons. So total is considered to be 4, and if it is 4, the hybridization is sp3 hybridization. Okay now, so this dative bond is also considered to be what? Sigma bond only. Okay, so sp3 hybridization. Now in this case, the shape of this molecule is observed to be what? Pyramidal shape. Shape is pyramidal shape. Okay now, 3 sigma bonds and 1 lone pair. So the shape of H3O plus ion is observed to be what? Pyramidal shape. Okay, so this is case 2, in which oxygen is exhibiting what? sp3 hybridization. Okay, so please note down this one. Right, next we will go for the examples where oxygen is undergoing sp2 hybridization. Okay, next we'll move on to sp2 hybridization. Okay now, sp2 hybridization where oxygen is undergoing sp2 hybridization. Okay, so as just now we have discussed the electron configuration of oxygen. In case of oxygen, atomic number is 8, 1s2, 2s2, 2p2. Okay, so 2s is having 2 electrons and 2p is having 2p4 here. Okay, so 1, 2, 3 and 4. So when it is undergoing sp2 hybridization, 1 s orbital and 2 p orbitals only will merge. Okay now, in case of sp2 hybridization, 1 s orbital and 2 p orbitals only will merge, and you are finding 1 electron is present in one of the p orbitals of oxygen, which is considered to be pure p orbital. Okay now, which is considered to be what? Pure p orbital. So here 1 s orbital and 2 p orbitals will merge and form 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals you will find. So 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals. So in that 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals, already 2 pairs, lone pairs are already present. So here one lone pair will keep, here one lone pair will keep. And this is one unpaired electron is present in sp2 hybrid orbital. Okay, and you are also finding one electron in pz orbital of oxygen. So that also is to be represented like this only. This is pz orbital of oxygen. Okay now, so this better I shade this one. This shaded one is what? This shaded one is sp2. Unshaded one is pure p orbital. Okay now, unshaded pure p orbital. Okay now, pure p orbital. Right? So the electron which is present in pure p orbital, there is a chance for that electron to form a pi bond. Okay, now the electron present in pure p jet orbital of oxygen, there is a chance for this electron to form what? Pi bond. That means it can involve in double bond formation. Okay, so sp2 hybridization, like this it will take place. And best examples for this kind of sp2 hybridization is the molecules in which oxygen is present, where the examples are aldehydes and ketones. We'll go for the examples, aldehydes and ketones. So when it forms orbitals like this, there is a chance for formation of one sigma bond, one pi bond will be there in between carbon and oxygen, okay, in which the bonding has been formed, and it is already having what? Two lone pairs of electrons. Okay, so let us see the examples. So sp2 hybridization is undergone by what we call aldehydes and ketones. Aldehydes and ketones. So in both these cases, oxygen undergoes sp2 hybridization. In both these cases, oxygen's hybridization, sp2. Okay, now oxygen's hybridization is sp2 in both these cases. So aldehydes, you all know, they are having functional group CHO. R means alkyl group and they have functional group CHO. And ketones means it is a middle functional group with both sides alkyl groups and in the middle CO. Okay, so ketones. So in these two compounds, oxygen is exhibiting what? sp2 hybridization. Let us see. So first example, methanol, sorry, CH3CHO, ethanol, CH3CHO is what? Ethanaldehyde or acetaldehyde, ethanol we can write. The name of this compound, IUPAC name is ethanol. Okay, so how the structure will be? So hydrogens, if you spread and write, the structure looks like this. Okay, C double bond O H. So first carbon, it is undergoing 4 sigma bonds. So it is having what? sp3. First carbon sp3. And second carbon is having 3 sigma bonds are there. Okay, now 3 sigma bonds. So it is having what? sp2 hybridization. Okay, and here oxygen is having 2 sigma bonds. Sorry, 1 sigma bond and 2 lone pairs. Please understand the points carefully. For oxygen, if you go for oxygen, oxygen is having 1 sigma bond plus 2 lone pairs. Total is 3. 3 means sp2 hybridization. Please understand the points carefully. 1 sigma bond. In between C and O, there is a pi bond. So if there is a pi bond, one will be sigma and the other one will be what? Pi bond. Okay, as just now I told, it can involve in pi bond formation, means double bond it can form. So 1 sigma bond is there and 2 lone pairs are there. So total is 3. 3 means sp2 hybridization. Okay, 3 means sp2 hybridization. So oxygen is undergoing sp2 hybridization in case of aldehydes. Okay, same like that you can take the example of one ketone. Okay, now take the example of one ketone. Propanone we will take, CH3, C double bond O, CH3, propanone. Okay, so each carbon which is there on the terminals will exhibit what? sp3. Okay, in the middle carbon double bonded with oxygen and oxygen having 2 lone pairs. Okay, so this is the structure of what? Propanone. Structure of propanone. Acetone, you can even call that as what? Acetone. So here also you can find this is sp3 hybridized carbon and this is 1, 2, 3 sigma bonds. So this is sp2 hybridized carbon. Okay, and here 1 sigma for oxygen also you can even see for oxygen 1 sigma bond plus 2 lone pairs, as how you have seen here, 1 sigma bond plus 2 lone pairs. Okay, now you can able to see, I think, 1 sigma bond plus 2 lone pairs. So oxygen is undergoing what? sp2. Oxygen is undergoing sp2 hybridization. Oxygen is undergoing sp2 hybridization, and this carbon having 4 sigma bonds, it is sp3. So we are speaking only about what? sp2 hybridization exhibited by oxygen. So 1 sigma bond and 2 lone pairs. Okay, so in case of aldehydes as well as in case of ketones, you will find sp2 hybridization in oxygen. Okay, so now we will learn for the special case where oxygen is undergoing sp2 hybridization even though it is having 3 sigma bonds and 1 lone pair. That example we will see. Special case. Okay, oxygen cannot undergo sp hybridization. Please understand this point carefully. Okay, so special case hybridization of oxygen. Special case of hybridization of oxygen. Generally we think that oxygen, if it is having 3 sigma bonds and 1 lone pair, we will think that its hybridization to be sp3. Please understand the points carefully. If 3 sigma bonds plus 1 lone pair of 2 sigma bonds and 2 lone pairs of electrons are there, okay, of electrons are there for oxygen, okay, are there for oxygen, then its hybridization is what? sp3. We think that its hybridization is sp3. But you have to remember one point. But if that sp3 hybridized carbon, if that oxygen is connected to, an sp2 hybridized carbon, suppose we have seen the same case even for nitrogens also. If that oxygen is connected to an sp2 hybridized carbon, suppose, okay, then the hybridization of hybridization of oxygen is also sp2. Of oxygen is also sp2, but not sp3. Okay, now, but not sp3. Please understand my point carefully. 2 sigma bonds, 2 lone pairs. If they are there, you will think the hybridization of oxygen to be what? sp3. But if that oxygen is connected to sp2 hybridized carbon, then the hybridization of oxygen is also sp2 only. That means here 2 lone pairs are there. So among these 2 lone pairs, please understand my point carefully. Among these 2 lone pairs, okay, 1 lone pair will be involving in hybridization and another lone pair will be involving in the phenomenon of resonance. Okay, resonance will gives you more stability, isn't it or not? Resonance, the concept of resonance gives you more stability. Please understand this point. Okay, so that point also please understand. Among the 2 lone pairs, okay, one pair involves in hybridization, and another lone pair involves in what? Another lone pair involves in resonance. Okay, now another lone pair involves in resonance. Okay, it won't involve in hybridization. Resonance will gives you more stability for that compound. That's why out of 2 lone pairs which are there, one is involving in sp2 hybridization and another is involving in resonance. Resonance will gives you more stability. Okay, so we'll see one example for that. Textbook example we can see. Okay, so please note down this point. I'm going to rub the board, right? So take down this example. Okay, one example we'll see, then you will understand the point carefully. CH3 CH double bond CH, oxygen is having 2 lone pairs H. So here what are there? 2 sigma bonds are there and 2 lone pairs are there. Okay, so we'll think that oxygen's hybridization is sp3, But check for this carbon's hybridization. Here total 3 sigma bonds are there. One here, and one with hydrogen. So 3 sigma bonds means it is sp2 hybridized carbon. Oxygen connected with sp2 hybridized carbon. Okay, so oxygen's hybridization is not sp3. It is sp2 only. Why? Because out of the 2 lone pairs, please remember this point which is written down. It's not yet rubbed. Out of the 2 lone pairs, one pair involves in hybridization and another lone pair involves in what? Resonance. Okay, na? It involves in resonance. Okay. Another lone pair involves in what? Resonance. So what you have to understand? Okay. Please understand the points carefully. Right? So it undergoes what? sp2 hybridization only. Okay. So one lone pair involves in resonance. So after resonance, how the structure looks like? This bond means this pair of electrons gets shifted to here, and this pair of electrons gets shifted to the next coming area. So that what you will get that resonating structure CH3 single bond C, and here for this carbon atom it will get what? One pair of electrons will be present. So negative charge it will get, and this becomes single bond, and CH double bond, oxygen single bond H. Okay, so that will be called as what? Resonating structure of this particular structure. This is resonating structure. Resonating structure, and resonance gives you more stability for that compound. Okay, so this point you have to remember very carefully. In objective questions, in most of the competitive questions, you will be getting this kind of examples. Okay, where especially this note point has to be kept in mind. Okay, so this is all about hybridizations exhibited by oxygen in various compounds. Remember, oxygen exhibits sp3 hybridization in case of alcohols and ethers, and sp2 hybridization in case of aldehydes and ketones. Okay, special case of sp3 hybridization is hydronium ion H3O plus ion, where dative bond is present in between water molecule and H plus, so that one pair of electrons are donated by oxygen to H plus ion, and that dative bond is also treated as what? Sigma bond only. So that's why you will find 3 sigma bonds with one lone pair in case of H3O plus ion, as before I have discussed. Okay, so it forms pyramidal shaped molecule. Okay, so these are the different examples in which oxygen exhibits sp and sp2 hybridizations in various types of compounds, and this is a special case. Oxygen's hybridization is found to be sp2 only if it is connected with what? sp2 hybridized carbon. Okay, so please note these points, make notes of what all your teacher says. Okay, kindly watch my videos, share my videos, and those who are watching my videos for the first time, please kindly subscribe to my channel. Okay, I request all of you to please keep giving comments also. Okay, so that your comments, your likes, as well as your subscriptions will be a very good entertainment for new YouTubers like me. Of course, I am not new anymore because I have already uploaded almost around 130 videos. Okay, so I am also getting used to. So I require your kind subscriptions. Okay, my subscriber count is very less. Okay, so dear children, request all of you to please share my videos and kindly subscribe to my channel. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.